Don't mind the fan. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sorry about the fan, it's squeaky, but it's hot, so you have to listen to it squeak, I guess. Today is Sunday. There was a little change in plans. Lisa is coming today. She's actually on her way, but she's my best friend, and she's the kind of person that if your toilet's not clean, she don't care kind of thing. She'll just wipe it down when she's using it and that kind of thing. So, you know, you have that best friend that just, whatever, Jerry, whatever. I've seen you naked. I don't care. Everything else is down. Today we have a little bit of finish work, but in like a weird order. So I said to Jim, you know, he has an idea of what we need to do, and I said, well, we really need to start here because we need to do this so that we can do this, so we can do that, so that we can do that. Like, and just things that you don't realize. Like, perfect example is today, the couch. So we have been storing all of the quilts that I want to hang and the linens for the new bed in the guest room on the couch in the office. And his next thought priority was to get the couch in here. And I was like, well, yes, we could do that. However, we have to find a place for all those things. So why don't we start back here and get all of that stuff organized first, and then we can just bring the couch in here and it'll be a lot easier, and we won't have to do it after the fact, which is kind of like what we talked about in previous videos of how we have different styles. Like, he wanted to move everything and I was like, we should just take care of it, that kind of thing. So this is just one of those situations. We have, in this room, we have, Jim has set up the frame. I think you guys might have seen that already. So Jim has set up the frame. We put the queen size on there. If you go this way, you can see that the frame hangs over that way. We have the queen size linens that he brought in this morning to make the bed. We have all of the plasticware storage stuff that we haven't used yet ready. We have a box of garage sale stuff that we have to get rid of. So basically, we have to clean off the bed so we can make it. And then hopefully we'll get to keep doing. I have to put whatever's going to go on my dresser back on my dresser. We have a couple of different ideas about how to store certain things, so we're going to work that out today. And if he feels like once we get, if we can get the couch in here today, we can get the couch in here today. If he feels, basically he's got different projects of different physical requirements, and then he's got a few projects that have different mental requirements. So depending on how he's feeling is basically how we're going to go with the flow. Okay, so I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna get to work, and thank you for joining us. So today we're gonna put the sort of the bed together. However, we're not going to do a final bed dressing with linens and stuff because we're waiting for the king size bed to come. So the first thing we're going to do is basically clean off the bed. We were trying to get this bed ready for Jim to sleep on because this was the day that Lisa was arriving in from Texas, and we were trying to make accommodations for everybody as well as getting our project done. Now we have a lot of different varieties of things that we got rid of, but the things that we decided to keep were sort of really important pieces. We obviously kept linens for this bed when it serves as a tertiary guest room bed. So we have a set of queen size linens that we're keeping, but just one. We decided to just keep one set of queen size linens, and that's pretty much what we're going through here. I have some things that going on my dresser, that my dresser, once it's moved, we wanted to like decorate it and things. So we're going through that. And from the guest room, we emptied out the trunk of linens. You didn't really see us do that, but this is pretty much everything that was in there was queen size linens, which we put on the bed, which we put off to the side on the left there so we can put them on the bed. And then our curtains, set of curtains from the living room that we intended to be our summer spring curtains and switch them out with the heavy duty curtains for the winter and fall. But we just, with everything going on in the house, we just didn't do that this summer. So I'm just going to fold them up and put them off to extra drapery box that I have. The reason I have that, and I know a lot of people think it's extra, you don't need it, but the real, honest to goodness, the real reason is because I do want to have that opportunity to switch them out. The other set of curtains that I have here are the original ones from our room. Now, our room did have two set of curtains. If you watched from the beginning of this project, we had a light blocking set behind this mattress set. Jim said he wanted to try to sleep without the light blocking curtains. He wants to try to have more of a normal sleep schedule to reset his circadian rhythm to be with like nature. So he wants to try without the light blocking, and we'll see. I'm not sure that I want to try it without the lock blocking curtains, but I will definitely give it a shot. A little bit more sensitive to the sun than he is, so we'll see how that goes. So we folded them and put them off to the side with the extra linens, the extra curtains, boxes as well. So now it's just about making the bed. These queen size sheets that I, both sets of these queen size sheets that I have, I got from a catalog called Ginny's. They just have really good quality, long lasting sheets that I just feel like, do you know that set of sheets that like your grandma had at her house, like in the 40s? They were just real cotton, nice thread count, just forever sheets. That's what these are. Honest to goodness, they really, really are. They even survived the flood, and they're still taking a licking. So we have a pink set and a purple set, and we think we're going to sell the pink set. Mom was on the fence about whether or not she wanted to keep them. But, you know, for now, I think they're just going to go in the giveaway, get rid of box. We're going to keep the purple ones just because I said so. So now as far as making Jim's bed, you guys know how that goes. You don't have to watch me do this, though. So the next thing we're going to do is Jim has we have a mattress pad. That's like a one-size-fits-all stretchy sides. And then we also have a feather down bed topper. Plus this has a mattress topper on it, like a built-in mattress topper. So it's just to give added extra oomph. And that's what he's straightening out now. Because when we moved it, it kind of stayed on there, but it was kind of falling off the corners and stuff. So he's doing that while I just move off to the side. Okay. And then just regular sheet maintenance. If you're interested, I got the feather bed topper from that same Ginny's catalog, sort of in the Montgomery Ward family of catalogs, with the sheets as well. So just to keep that in mind if you guys are interested. It basically has down feathers in it, and it's kind of quilted, and it's got these elastic straps that go around the corners, all right? And Lisa said it makes the bed hot, so keep that in mind if you're interested in buying one.
But I am 52.
But she is 52 and, you know, postmenopausal. So, yeah. Now, I don't know about you guys, but we love to sleep with a flat sheet. A lot of people I know don't, but we do. It's just something that keeps the comforter lasting longer, as well as when we go through these hot flashes, we can throw layers off as we see fit and just cover ourselves with a sheet. Now, we're going to move on to the storage. Now, I mentioned earlier in this video that Jim said he didn't need the two cabinets down below, and we were going to use it for extra bedroom stuff. Originally, he thought we would put extra linens in one side and different whatever else I could figure out in the other side, but we turned out to just move all the extra linens that we have into one of those trunks, and the other trunk has the Rock Band equipment. I know you guys have seen that in previous videos. So what we're going to do here on the left, and he's going to put, like, on the left, he's going to put his extra stuff. So he has some extra grooming things, he has extra belts, he has sort of like winter type socks and underwear, and just some extra stuff for himself. And on the right, we're going to put our medicines. So we have a basket. It's a Ray Dunn basket that I got at Sierra. If you guys watch all the hauls and stuff, you would have seen it already. That's what we keep the medicine in that we're currently working out of. Now, I also got these black bins that are sort of like supposed to be for classroom organization that I got last year when I was in Texas at the Target dollar spot when they had like the back to school thing. With the homeschooling, they had all of these extra teacher items that they don't normally have. And these bins worked out perfectly. We test fitted the area to make sure that they fit in there. And then we test fitted our items to make sure that they would work for us. And it's just the perfect place for us to keep our medicines. Whenever we would get extra medicine, like say we got a 2-pack of ibuprofen, we would always keep them in a Walmart bag. And it's just 7 years later, living out of the Walmart bag, it's just not practical. It's also not organized. So we found this place and it works out so perfectly, just so you guys could know. Okay. Now, just like we talked about all of our different DIY organization videos, you guys know get a variety of baskets that you think you might be able to utilize. Test fit them in your space. Test fit them with the items that you're going to store to make sure that it actually works perfectly for both. What we did was we just collected all of these different storage items that we've been using throughout our reorganization of our home, and we just brought whatever we had left over into the room. Because this is our private space, we don't really care that they're matchy like we do in the pantry where our guests could be, or in the kitchen where our guests are, or in the guest room even. We don't care if we have a red basket on this side and a gray one on that side. That doesn't matter to us. But we just got whatever we had left over, tested it in the space, and then tried to figure out what we wanted to store in there. So that's my tip to you. Do the same as well. If you have a very limited budget, even when it comes to the Dollar Tree, what the best advice that I can give you is measure your space with the door closed. And now that's hard to measure with the door closed, but if basically measure the shelf space or the floor space that it's going to go on with the door closed, if that makes any sense. So you want to measure the depth, the length, and the height of the space so that when you take those measurements to the Dollar Tree, you can find an appropriate basket or basket sizes or container or whatever you're going to use. This way you don't have to worry about laying out money on all different varieties of things, okay? It's also really good to take note of what you think you may store in there. So, for example, if I was going to store a lot of little things, say I was going to store my ponytail holders, I wouldn't want to get a basket that has big, open, airy holes in it, like those wiry type locker bins. We would just get something that is more contained with less holes and that sort of thing. So it's something to keep in mind as well, okay? But Jim just loves to organize. He loves to be able to clean up and put things away, and I'm so glad he's able to do that with his space now. So as you can see, he's finishing up. We have those black baskets with the white trim that came out of the Dollar Tree last year, as well as some of the gray ones with the nice laser cut, die cut prints through them. And on the right, we're using the ones that I mentioned from the Target dollar spot underneath and next to the one that I got from Jeri-Ann that we use on an everyday basis. We basically have one overflow of topical medication and then one overflow of oral and ingestible medication, okay? So important always is to make sure that the cabinets close, as I mentioned earlier, because you don't want to go through this whole process and not be able to do anything, have to redo it or whatever. So that's it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I inspired you to do some DIY organizing of your own. If you have any questions, you guys know what to do. Leave them in the comments down below and do the sharing and the liking and all the things that come along with it, okay? And as always, you guys take care. God bless, and we'll see you next time.